Why are extracurriculars held at such a high standard, and how much do they affect a student's life?
They affect your lives enormously. They actually give you the structure to your life that formal education doesn't. Again, I'll give you for instances. I spent 20 odd years as a mountaineering instructor in England with the Duke of Edinburgh Awards programme. Why or how? Because when I was 12, my English teacher walked into the classroom and said, I'm going to be running a climbing course in Scotland for a week in the summer. Would anybody like to have a go? And I thought, oh yeah, that sounds fun. In the end, I ended up on top of Mount Jebel Toubkal in Morocco. I ended up on top of Mont Blanc in the Alps, and I ended up falling off a mountain in the Pyrenees. I've been very fortunate not to kill myself. I used to play cricket 5 days a week. That is simply a question of teaching you how to manage your time. I wanted to play cricket. I was doing my A-levels at the same time. I had to manage both. I was a leading member of the Scouts at that time, and I ended up as a Scout leader as well. And again, time management, different experiences, leadership, resilience, self-reliance, all these kinds of things. And it shows to universities that you are more than just an exam factory. Because what you have to think about when you're going on to university, first of all, the universities choose you, you don't choose them. Secondly, they choose people who they think are going to add value to their institution. Now, the only way they can judge whether you are going to add value to their institution is by seeing what you've done in the past. So if you've been an active member of CAS, if you've been a head boy or a head girl, and you've delivered things for other people, you've become a black belt in judo or whatever it might be, you've shown that you are more than just an exam factory. Because then, I'm sorry to say this, and it might sound a bit harsh, but people who can do well in exams are 10 a penny these days. Everybody, you go to medical school, you want to apply to go to medical school, everybody's got straight A's at A-level. What makes the difference? The difference is in you as a person, the individual. Whether you've actually gone out and looked for new ideas, or whether you've just sat there and waited for everything to come to you. So actually, I think extracurricular activities are as important as schoolwork, if not potentially more so. But it's not always the school's job to provide those. We can't provide all of them. We have a very good sporting programme here, and we have a very good CAS programme. But I would like to introduce, I think it's called the Prince Hassan Award, which is the equivalent to the Duke of Edinburgh Award in the UK, which allows students to have a structured programme of additional activities and is regarded extremely highly by universities around the world, because that's what makes a difference. Your two applications land on my desk as a university admissions tutor. You've both got exactly the same results, but one of you has been active in school and the other one has just sat there and got an exam. Who am I going to choose? I'm going to choose the one that's been active in school. Of course I am. But I think also if you just focus on exams and subjects, you get really boring. You're desperately dull individual because you've got nothing else to talk about. So, get involved, because it's about developing you as an individual, about developing you as a character, about developing your personality. But also for you guys, because let's face it, you are incredibly privileged. Just by the very fact that you are here, you are incredibly privileged. And I think it's useful for you from time to time just to understand just how privileged you really are, and actually to give thanks to the fact that you've got parents who care enough about you to pay a small fortune to send you here, when there are other students out there. You'll need to edit that bit out, by the way. I didn't mean to say small fortune. That you have parents who are prepared to sacrifice to send you here, and you've got other families out there who benefit equally from this opportunity can't. And I think you have a responsibility to recognise that as well.